Welcome to today's episode of Heard and Seen Around. I am Rajesh Karipurath. This is my take on macroeconomic and geoeconomic data points, which I find interesting. I hope you enjoy watching it as much as I enjoyed curating it. Cheers.
The problem with troubleshooting is that trouble shoots back. Experience is a wonderful thing. It enables you to recognize a mistake when you make it again. I am on a seafood diet. I see food and I eat it. Life expectancy would grow by leaps and bounds if green vegetables smelled as good as bacon. Always remember that you are absolutely unique, just like everyone else.
The rupee may be under pressure, but India's external accounts are telling a very different story. In quarter 1 of calendar year 26, India posted a $7 billion current account surplus and a $7.2 billion balance of payment surplus, surprising even Goldman Sachs. The biggest drivers record remittances of $41 billion, a robust services surplus, and a 15% decline in oil import volumes, which more than offset geopolitical-driven spikes in crude prices. In fact, Goldman had expected a current account deficit of 1.2% of GDP. Instead, India delivered a 0.7% surplus, thanks largely to stronger remittances and lower oil imports. The message is simple: the rupee has weakened, but the underlying external fundamentals remain remarkably resilient. India just hit a new trade milestone, but it comes with an asterisk. Over the last 12 months, goods exports reached a record $456 billion, while imports surged to an even bigger record of $791 billion. That's a testament to a rapidly expanding economy, rising consumption, and growing integration into global supply chains. The good news: exports continue to grind higher despite a sluggish global backdrop. The challenge: imports are rising even faster, reflecting India's appetite for energy, electronics, machinery, and investment goods. For a developing economy, that's not necessarily a problem. Fast-growing nations often import heavily before they export the benefits. After years of waiting, India's private sector is finally putting money where its optimism is. Private companies now account for over 70% of new investment proposals, up sharply from the pre-COVID period when government projects dominated. So what's driving this shift? Capacity utilization is holding near 75%, level where businesses start asking an important question: should we build more? The biggest bets are on electricity and transport, which together account for nearly half of announced investments. That's a sign companies are preparing not just for today's demand, but tomorrow's growth. Bengaluru isn't just India's startup capital anymore, it's becoming a global heavyweight. The city now ranks 15th globally and 6th in Asia, boasting a $153 billion startup ecosystem, 30 active unicorns, and a staggering 190% growth rate, well ahead of the global average. Even more impressive, Bangalore attracts 58% of all AI startup funding in India, making it ground zero for the country's AI ambitions. A big reason: economics. The median software engineer costs about $19,600 a year versus a global average of $54,000. That's like getting Silicon Valley talent at Bangalore prices. India isn't one demographic story, it's three. States like Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh still enjoy a growing workforce and a powerful demographic tailwind. Meanwhile, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Karnataka are entering a more mature phase. At the other end of the spectrum, Kerala and Tamil Nadu have already crossed a major milestone. More than 15% of their population is over 60. By 2036, the map will look dramatically different, with much of southern India turning noticeably older, while northern states remain relatively young. This matters because demographics shapes everything: growth, consumption, housing demand, healthcare spending, and even state finances. India's luxury car market isn't slowing down, shifting into a higher gear. Mercedes E-Class topped the charts with 4,117 units sold in 2024, while Mercedes and BMW occupied 8 of the top 10 slots. What's striking is the depth of demand. 5 different models crossed 2,000 sales, showing that luxury buyers are no longer concentrated in just one segment. SUVs continue to dominate, but premium sedans refuse to disappear. E-Class, BMW 5 Series and BMW 3 Series prove that there's still plenty of appetite for being chauffeured in style. And then there's a surprise guess. White's Sea Lion 7 breaking into the top 10, reminder that the luxury EV race is gaining traction.